I never sell out. Fuck that, yo, I'm dead ass. I'm more like TNT when it comes to this. Ain't another brother seeing me. That's why opponents always get scared, because I make brothers go where yo, now that's that shit there.
That's right.
And then when you look at it, it's just like some of these niggas is old enough to be this brother's father. It's like, when do we get these ignorant niggas out of the way in order for us?
But Relly, listen, Relly, check it out. Now look, Relly, you need to see, you drop, okay, this is my perspective on it, right? You drop the flag that represents destruction and pick up the flag that represents liberation, right? So Crips and Bloods, those were our militias. They have a revolutionary foundation, right? So we don't need our brothers to necessarily drop the flag for brotherhood. We need to drop the flag for genocide, but now create
And that's all I was saying. Like, if the cops pull you over, 4 more people is considered a gang. We need to stop making negative gangs and start creating more positive gangs.
Really. So listen, here's your opportunity, because you had the courage to drop the flag of genocide. Now pick up the flag of contractor. You can be the first Crip to say, okay, this is going to be a contractor company, right? This is a fraternity, right? This is something, you know, because Jim Jones has seen an interview of mine, right? And he misquoted me, but that's my dear brother, right? And he was talking about, you know, the Bloods, and this is the fraternities. We have to legalize. How do you start a fraternity, right? How do you start a group? How do you start a coalition?
Those are non-profit organizations.
Right. So you dropped your flag. Now you can start your own revolutionary organization, my brother. Okay? So, yeah. But yeah, Hassan, I know you was talking about brothers criticizing them and shit like that.
Yeah, so, you know, what we have to do is time. Like, people don't understand. I got my slogan where I say, get the mop. It's time for us to clean up the black community, because we can't win a war with ourselves and outside of ourselves at the same time. And the nigga mentality has to go. These dudes that's running around corrupting our kids and using our kids to carry their guns and do their dirty work, it has to go. It has to stop.
Yeah.
And acting like we don't, that mentality, I tell people all the time, right? That mentality where you mind your business. No, where I live at, in the middle class area where the rich is at, they don't mind their business. When you corrupt in the neighborhood, they get rid of you. In our neighborhoods, we allow we allow niggas to come back to our neighborhood, and they keep their foot in our neighborhoods, not because they love the hood, but because they know if they ever fall off their feet, they can come back and they can throw a brick in the neighborhood. They can sell some fentanyl, they can sell some dope, they can sell some coke. That's how they look at you. They don't want to live where you live at, but they'll come back every once in a while and give some turkeys out that the mayor might have gave them, and act like they spent they tax money. Like, nah, my nigga, enough is enough. The Nino Brown shit got to go in the garbage, where we could destroy our neighborhood and then act like we doing for it by giving some turkeys out. Like, nah, keep your turkey, my nigga. You poison, and your food is poison. Hold up, what's the difference between them niggas and them colonizers that came on Thanksgiving and gave us the blankets for smallpox?
Nothing.
You gonna give me a turkey, then you gonna sell me crack? My nigga, you gotta go.
They do, and they promote it. They promote this stupid shit, and they give it a light. And this like this gang culture shit is really done. It's baked. It's done. There's no value to it. Like even the mafia. We can say the mob, right? But they infiltrated casinos, unions, the infrastructure. All we do is toss signs up and be in rap videos. We gotta change this shit. Fuck that. Even them blood and Crips in California, them old niggas is cops. A lot of them old niggas then became activists. A lot of them blood Crip niggas that was blood and Crip and the original niggas. A lot of them niggas ain't bank robbers. They began to work for UCLA and USC and all this shit, bro. Mm-hmm. They began to make moves. A lot of them made moves, bro. You hear me?
Mm-hmm. But we got to be careful again. That's why I said, you know, make sure we solution based and we understand the slave consciousness, and we always understand that. See, there's chemicals in the marijuana. There's chemicals in the alcohol. There's race specific. There's race specific. You know, chemicals, biochemical weapons that make us hyper aggressive, that make us bipolar, that causes dementia, schizophrenia, right? So yes, we hold Pinocchio accountable. But but we know that Geppetto, the puppet master, is pulling the strings. So we have to defend ourselves against our brothers who hate themselves, who can harm us, but we know the real enemy is the white man. So it's very important for us to always bring it back to the white man.
The white man.
Exactly, because
But,
this cycle would never been able to
exactly.
continue if they wouldn't have allowed it in their communities. Because like I told my bro the other day, how is it that we all from these gangs, from all these hoods, when as soon as they call martial law, they kick everybody out their house and say this is a military base now. Hey, in LA too. I don't care if you're from 62nd and Briarhurst, from the 20s all the way up to the hundreds up Western and Vernon Avenue. If there's martial law in Los Angeles, that's nobody's hood no more. Nobody's from 60, rolling 30s, nothing. That is a military base. So how is it that we gangbanging? Because as soon as it's theirs again. We don't own the mineral rights. We could buy the land, but we don't never own the mineral rights. So it's like it's not ours. Nothing.
Well, my dear brother, it's very important for us to understand that when you at war, you know, and your opposition, we are the opposition, right? Divided or unified, we are the opposition. So when you are aware, whether you're divided or unified, you're the opposition, meaning we are all enemies to the white man, and the white man is our enemy, right? We don't have the luxury of discarding or discrediting any of our, soldiers that's in our army, whether it's unified or not. So we have to be mindful of certain conversations and understanding empathy and patience. And I'm going to leave with this. We have to only think about what we want, forget about what we don't want, never speak about what we don't have, because we have a lot of brothers who want to unify, who want to come together. And I want to give, Hassan his flowers for consistently trying to stand for something and having the courage to speak about things that need to be spoken about.
Right.
All right.
And I want to give you your flowers, my brother, because from the first day you came home, when you was booking Gary shit over there downtown in Harlem, you've been the same nigga. Niggas probably watch you on Instagram and think this is something like you've been the same person. I ain't know you from before you went to jail. So from when I first met you, you've been this very same person, bro. I swear to God, bro. There's nothing made up about you, Smart.
You definitely, and I like that. We gotta have that because we didn't. We teach things.
Oh, man, thank you, man. I appreciate you, man.
Real shit,
Listen, man. Every time
I met you, bro.
Every time I see
niggas you was
Smarts,
gonna take over this shit. You told niggas your word meant something out here in that very studio session. You told niggas you wanted the lights dimmed a certain way. Like you wanted shit the way you needed it, bro. Real shit, bro.
like one thing I love about Smarts, man. Every conversation I see is very impactful and it's meaningful. You get something out of it. You planting seeds out here, and that's what we need to do because evil take no days off. And it's like some of the things that I'm seeing and I'm being witness to with the colonizers is diabolical. And it's like right now they pit bulls on chains. They hungry, they starving, and like you said, they vampires.
Mm-hmm.
People are looking at it like it's a joke. It's not a joke. These people are and shout out to the decent, the good white people out there that support black people in our fight. But the reality of it is, there's a war going on in their minds. We running around and we acting like everything is all good. I'm looking at these colonizers sitting up there talking about y'all shooting 20 people at a time. Them niggas is talking about we one shot, we one kill.
You get
one shot, one kill.
Forest Hill Queens selling land in Gaza.
Hassan, y'all both come from that
land in Gaza, and you're enforced. Your people
Zeke and Hassan, y'all both come from that essence of New York City where y'all was still trying to save the generations going forward. So y'all have that in y'all heart to do that. That's why y'all naturally are the way y'all. There's no way y'all could fake it. That's what y'all come from. That's what New York City was when y'all was coming up. It was never about destroying the communities. So why y'all have that in your heart is rubbing off to my generation now. Because as we're getting older, we're starting to notice that nobody ever reached out for us, ever. So the people that are still here preaching that word of save the community, stop the violence, put the guns down. If this nigga's a big homie still acting like a sucker, then lead us or leave us. We respect y'all for that, bro. Y'all the OG to us, bro.
What happened, really? Really, I'm gonna tell you what happened. See, what us was everybody didn't hustle, right? So we had red tops. Everybody wasn't red tops. You was getting down with the rap. If you was down with the rap crew, it was just you and them niggas. See, the internet opened a new chain, not because it's trolling. It created something called monetization. So now, why I gotta fuck with them for? If I come online and argue with niggas for 2-3 hours, I can get donations, I can get cash apps, I can get super chats. So that's where the game went. So now what happens is you have a bunch of gang wars that's created from online because it's monetized. You dig what I'm saying? Our generation let to go outside. Like a lot of people don't know, really. I know HassanCampbell personally. Before YouTube, before I even knew he had a YouTube channel. I met him around some of Harlem triple OGs. You know what I'm saying? When I first met him. You know what I'm saying? But see, nobody didn't know that. Nobody would know that. You know what I'm saying? But when I met Hassan and we first built, it was a strong build because one thing about our generation, we always talked about getting out the hood, enlightening the youth. The youth got to be smart. What happened is the gang culture for them fucked shit up.
They said no lie, the drop your flag challenge is cool, but nobody shows the aftermath. See, my fault, Zeke, for cutting you off, OG. See, the thing about time and fixing things, especially a community or a race of people, because it's our black people against our black people when we talking about gangs in New York City, is you need time and patience, like Smart was just saying, to fix these kind of situations. But the steps you take in order to show that you want to change are dropping your flag and getting with a different type of movement in life. Because like I said, bro, when all these legends that formed the music we make, we put our gangs into our music, all this, they weren't gangs, bro. They were crews of people that were running around trying to chase their dreams, get money, and save their community and stay away from the goddamn police. Now it's a bunch of OGs running around hiring little kids to do federal favors, like Hassan just said. How you gonna let a nigga tell your son to go on a mission? You ain't even tell your son go on a mission.
But you know what though, really? I'm gonna be honest with you. Like when me with my grandkids, right? I do things with them so there's no distraction. Like I take them swimming every Saturday. My wife takes them to church. We take them we chasing them manually. Not just sit in the house. We take them to the library, picking books up. So now we're distracting any distractions to the point now where they're less on the tablet and more into picking a book up and learning something. And they're asking questions. We don't play hip hop videos around them. We got news and conscious shows on because that's what happened with us. See what happened with us was the secret with us was by us being poor. We took a lot of knowledge in watching 5 channels, the news. We knew about 2020. Like that shit in the Gaza Strip, that shit been going on all our generations.
I don't know what people. I'm putting together a boxing event on October 24th for the young drill rappers in the Bronx to come together. I got 2 different hoods that's beefing with each other, coming together to box in the Freeport PEL. The police gonna be there, hired security, metal detectors, food tables, music. I got Miss Hustle coming, Loaded Lux, T-Rex, battle rappers that people looked up to, Graph. All these people coming to support this event because I got the youth boxing each other and all they want to do is shoot each other.
That's big. That's dope. That, you know what? Because the whole key to it is that niggas don't realize after you knuckle up, y'all might actually become best friends.
Real shit.
But once those bullets come out of the gun, you can't put it back. You can't put the soul back into the body.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
Because we fought back in the days. I'm gonna be honest with you. We did a lot of fight. If somebody got shot in 1980, it's because he really did something to somebody. You know what I'm saying? It was really.
I came up around the OGs of the hip hop industry. I came up on Kings
of Road. In my hood, we played football. So a lot of the blocks, 108th, 107th, 99th, Sugar Hill, we all played in football.
Oh, you came up in Harlem, Zeke?
Yeah, so that kept the peace. Because remember, the dudes that had the blocks had the teams. Like OG Warren had the Broadway Bulldogs. Sugar Hill Tone had the Sugar Hill. Rest in peace, Pam Z had the Carver Mall. We had the
Salute.
So that kept the peace with us. So we knew what.
This man from MOP, brother, salute.
Was good, man. Was good.
Hey, man, I be watching. I just wanted to tap in. I agree with all this old head stuff on 53. My gangster been on the beam, but I'm a grown man. I don't care about that.
MOP like Annie Up MOP?
Yeah, the MOP. Yeah, that's big.
MOP. Exactly.
DR period did that MOP.
DR
My
period,
man,
DR period did that beat,
he did
yeah.
that beat for y'all. I know DR period in the sun.
All right. What I wanted to touch on quick fast, I just posted a picture, right, on my Instagram. Me and a dude, 4 Grain Projects, I'm from everywhere, right? Back in the early 90s when I came from up north, I cut a brother, right? But I never got a chance to learn him, know him, or whatever. But today, I cut him and I got shot over it, right? But today, if you go on my Instagram, man_MOP, you will see me and this dude Squeak are best friends. And I want to start putting it out there because they spinning the block for dumb shit. These kids are killing each other, right? This man got a mark on his face from here to here. I got a bullet wound. But today we are best friends.
That's dope.
So everybody bullhorn and this and that. And I was like, I was quiet with it, but I'm through people, y'all should get a podcast. I don't want to do all that, but I do want to go on a run and put it out there. Like, look at his face and look at me, but we best friends. Then one of his cousins passed away from 4 Grain Project named Fly Tie. His son was coming up, Rich Nunu, good drill artist, right?
Shout out Rich Nunu, he's locked up right now.
And I started working with him because the same story. Squeaky is the cousin, Fly Tie's father. Once again, I cut him. He shot me. But together, we bringing the kids together. We come together. We grown men, man. I don't hate you enough to want to take your life. Who the fuck am I to take your life? Or to say I'm about to murder this. For what? So all the bullhorns and all the respect, I did 20 years, y'all should stop this. I'm ready to really push this story of that. It's not that deep. We didn't have nobody to school us to give us the information now. Now these kids got all the information in the world. But the older dudes in the community, y'all know what he said last night. Y'all make it feel accepted to come sitting outside with us later on the next day. But y'all do all that shooting and wild stuff at night. I didn't have that growing up. Dudes would tell us about ourselves. Yo, y'all niggas get out of here. Yo, y'all hot. So we were calm down because this is what we look up to. This is what we want to be around. Even some of these old head rappers, I'm going to start calling their names out. I don't give a fuck. Y'all sit there doing this all day, blood up, blood this and that. Like he said, y'all sending kids out there. But respectfully, you ain't gonna have nobody sending your kids out there. Jimmy's son ain't running around in the communities on no blood shit, but you entice the other motherfucking kids to do it.
Come on, man. You know what? That's why none of these celebrities want to mention my name, because I was like pretty much the one that was getting in their ass when they sit up there and they sell that ignorance to our community. And they all ignore or act like I don't exist. They won't even mention me because I'm not going for it, because once you hit a certain age, with age comes wisdom. And I'm not telling nobody what to do in your life, but when we was growing up, there was a saying that said, the game is to be sold, not to be told. Mm-hmm. So if we was doing wrong, you wouldn't know that we was doing wrong unless you was in our business. These niggas is broadcast. Ignorance is for sale to the black community. Right. So now, when you see, when I see our youth being destroyed, and I say something, I become public enemy number one. A lot of people do not like HassanCampbell. It's because I hold men to a standard of what we're supposed to be doing as far as raising our kids and just elevating, going back and buying the land back. I do not know.
You sit in a good message. So whatever, all the personal shit about you, like I know guys, one time I text you about somebody like, yo, he got the mob business. I know guys you should be going through it with. We all find somebody on my page. I'm not unblocking you. I don't give a fuck who see this. You understand what I'm saying? I'm my own man. You feel me, bro? And I respect what you be doing. I don't get caught up in all the other comments. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm on here now. If I ain't, you fuck with him, I see him on your shit, yeah. What's up? Come on,
I won't give a fuck what a nigga say about Hassan, because I know the game. I came up on Kingsbridge Road, Coke La Rock, DJ Kool Herc, Supreme, Scott La Rock Jr. These niggas told me great stories about Hassan. So for every bad story, I done heard real stories. I done heard real stories from niggas who was there when hip hop started. DJ Red Alert, my OG. DJ Red Alert, my OG, Cool G, Mims, and alive right now. I never heard a bad story about Hassan from Red. So I don't care, nigga.
Well, ain't too many people jacket clean. I don't give a fuck. I ain't have a clean jacket, but it's how I live today. You know what I'm saying? I don't get caught up in that. That man, I see what he do, and I fuck with what he do.
You know what? That's what makes us grown men, because we all came up in a way, you know, where most of my friends was killers. Most of my friends that caught bodies. Are they running around catching bodies now? No. Niggas is grown men taking care of their family. Grown men taking care of their family. The problem is that we cannot save our community. Right now the black community is on life support, and these devils are ready to pull a plug on us.
100%.
If we don't get it together, if we don't get it together, right now, the face of evil, that man from overseas, I ain't gonna say his name because they taking niggas' platforms for talking about them people. But we know who we talking about. The people overseas are playing Call of Duty for poor people. They're playing Hunger Games. They're throwing food to these people. And when they go to get the food, they airing them out. So now, once President Trump was accused of being on that Epstein list, everything about him changed for the worse. And now all you keep seeing is that face of evil from overseas standing next to him. If they're doing that to them people over there, what you think they're getting ready to do to us next? We have to start moving military minded. The black woman and the black child is the most unprotected in the world, especially in America. That has to change. A man is incomplete without his woman and his kid. A man is incomplete without his woman and kid. And right now, what we have to start in the black community, and this is why with me dealing with the nigga Loki Smoola, the reason why we're beefing is because he does not like the drop the flag challenge. And it's like, my man, you lost your child to gang violence, and you still want to promote gang violence. I'm never going to accept that. I'm never going to understand that. And once you decided to attack the movement, you waged war on positivity. Evil has to go. Evil has to go. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. If that man didn't give a fuck about whether his child lived or died, what makes you think he gonna give a fuck about whether one of our children live or die?
Exactly.
The nigga, he brought Adam 22 back to the hood and showed him the crack spot. That shows how ignorant he is. He wanted Adam 22. He brought Adam 22 to the hood and took him inside the projects in a crack spot, my nigga. What are we doing?
You let these niggas.
He's not a little boy. He's a grown ass man. This is a grown ass man doing this.
Yeah.
So it got to get to the point to where that if we're going to save ourselves, because the reality of it is that you got people that live in private houses throughout the country, that live in the country, and then you got us that live by the cities. Like, we separated. We divided within ourselves. Every project, every city has a subway system that goes in and out for the military. Every highway, every major highway has a precinct next to it to trap us in. Once they throw the switch, they can cut off whatever goes in. Everything is blocked off.
Everything blocked.
There's nothing. All they have to do is just wait for us to start flipping on each other, because now they done cut our in and out. Nobody in the hood. Niggas got more sneakers than what they got food stored in their cabinets. How you gonna win? You ain't prepared for battle.
I just said that. I just said that earlier. I said when Dawn stopped fighting our cases, who we set in our family to go become a lawyer? Nobody. So how you gonna win in court? Nobody knows how to garden. Nobody's a healer. Nobody's a builder. Nobody knows how to run wires through a house to run electricity. We just know how to rap and run up fields and shit talk each other, bro. And when you look from the outside looking in their infiltrated world, that's all they did to us throughout history. It's our history to tell. They flipped it on us and then told us run up a field, run up a court, and rap. And that's the way you could get rich here. That's how they do us.
But see, you know what? Now we at the end game. Like when you watch the Avengers and you
Mm-hmm.
see Thanos, this is the end game. So all of the ways that they gave us to get money, like the rap game,
Mm-hmm.
which they always controlled, you see how they took it back?
Yep.
The last stand is podcasting. And at some point in time, if we don't use this last stand and use the money that comes from this to build something for ourselves, we are getting ready to enter digital slavery.
I'm happy you said that. Because rap used to be
Digital
our savior.
slavery.
That used to be able to be our funding to save our communities. They killed the
Not
rap
no
game.
more.
They
It's
killed
over.
it.
It's over. And you know, for me, honestly speaking, I think it's time for us to stop taking our. It's time for us to just say no to the Board of Education. Period. Most
Homeschool.
people, a lot of people don't understand. They don't understand, right? You make your kid, your child go to school for the first 20 years out of their life if they don't drop out. And when you add it up, it's like the math ain't adding because there's too many people that's struggling. There's way too many people that can't pay their bills. So what are you going to school for? You went to school to struggle? You went and got a degree to struggle? And you mean to tell me, and people get mad at me, but I say it all the time. The dumbest people in the world are rich.
Swear to God.
The smart ones are broke. Explain that. Explain to me how you got a nigga like Kodak Black. He's rich.
Mm-hmm.
He can't even he cannot even articulate words out of his mouth. He can't even give you a straight sentence.
At all.
You should feel embarrassed as a person that we allowed the powers that be to take the most ignorant niggas out of our community and make them rich. And then you done bust your ass to study and study and study, and your reward is poverty. The reward they gave you for studying is poverty.
And college and on student loans. You still owe them after you learned. Go learn for 4 years and then pay us for learning for 4 years.
Hold on. Ain't this that son that got clapped in Mount Haven? If that was son that got clapped in Mount Haven, just hypothetically speaking, because I don't know nothing about that, why would you want to write in my comment section, and why would you think that there's something cool about saying that? Being a man, a grown man. What's wrong with you? Who raised you? Your mother or your father? Who got you so hurt, so butthurt in life that you actually just thought that you were saying something positive? Or rather, you were saying like you scored some points. Not over here, my nigga. You can get out of my comment section.
That's crazy. I can't even see the comments. The last comment I see is KG Rax free Rich Nunu. The comments not even moving over my end.
For real, like the level of ignorance. Like, so you happy? You happy somebody got shot? So you happy?
Man, I ain't
You could
never
definitely you could definitely tell he got the colonizer blood running all through him.
Swear to God, man. That's why they sent them, man. They want to keep us trapped, bro. I think it's people with other niggas DMs on Instagram like, yo, argue with this nigga all day. I got you. That's the devil, bro. I used to be 100% into that game, so I ain't gonna act like I'm so much different than these guys who trolling. But like, I'm on to something different now. I hit my 30th year of life. I'm trying to save the people younger than me, man. I dropped that crip shit. I ain't doing no put-offs with nobody because niggas is ignorant and segregational and separational is not with no programs anyway, so don't never ask me about no put-offs. Because I feel like New York gangbanging ain't real anyway. It's like The Sims. It's a simulation. They lying to younger kids. They get them to come outside with guns. If it was like some GD shit where they told you to go become a firefighter, go become a cop, go become a lawyer, go become this, go become a chef, go become a teacher, and then still be a part of this growth and development, that's infiltration. That's power. In the Bronx, in Harlem, in Manhattan, in Brooklyn, they're telling the kids to go kill across the street. I can't be a part of that, bro. I got 2 daughters. I be damned. Nigga. I preach that I was Crip the last 10 years, so the next little nigga who turned Crip this year, I could tell him to go hurt somebody. because that's all that's out here to do. I'm not with it. I'm not with it. And y'all can't tell me to be with it, nigga. And y'all not gonna do nothing to me about not being with it because I was in it and y'all wasn't. Y'all know. So don't act like y'all gonna do something to me about being positive either. Fuck niggas talking about, nigga.
You know what? I'm proud of you for dropping your flag and actually showing young brothers that they can have the strength to drop their flag, because the first line of defense is making it home to our wives and children. The first line of defense, your mom, your set, your gang is your wife and your kids.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody who invites you to something that's going to take you away from your wife and your kids, unless we on the forefront of fighting for our people to save our people, you are the enemy, my nigga. Running around trying to, get ghetto points, being hood fabulous, getting ghetto points, and just bathed in the limelight of ignorance is over.
It's over.
Because every step and every breath that I took on social media, I've always swung and did what I did. And I birthed other niggas like Charleston White doing the same thing that I'm doing. I birthed a lot of dudes that's doing what I'm doing. And the ones that staying on course and staying on track, I salute them. Because it's not always about the money. The money came along as time went on. I was on social media for 2 years. I didn't even know I could make money doing what I'm doing. So it wasn't all about the money. But now, when you become public enemy number one and you become famous and you a household name, you can't afford to be in certain places with certain elements, because evil never takes a day off. And as we've seen with Charlie Kirk, whether people like him or not, that man died for using his voice.
Exactly, having his own opinions. And I never, right now, I never spoke on that shit. I ain't say nothing about that shit from the day he passed, but I was never going to stand with the other end of, oh, he said this about black people, he said that. That's the man died standing on his own opinions, bro. You're allowed to have your own opinion in this world. That don't mean somebody is allowed to shoot you, bro. You're not.
Listen, I don't like Charlie Kirk. I don't like him. He didn't like us. But he died for using, and this is what people be talking about. Oh, y'all ain't outside doing the work. What, marching? That's not work. Giving out fake
Charlie Kirk spoke,
that's not work.
Spoke, Hassan, because we don't have nobody speaking how he spoke on our end no more. Ain't no more spokespersons or black leaders speaking up for our race no more. So people like him look to our race and be like, what is the majority that's going on with the black population?
See, here's the thing, right? I'm never going to be the black man because I seen a white woman have sex with a horse. Act like all white women have sex with horses. I'm never going to be the man that's going to categorize a whole race of people. Oh, I was on a train yesterday and the white woman was smelling like bologna.
That so means now all white women smell like bologna. No.
Or so now I'm going to sit up there and say, well, all white women smell like poodles. Yeah, I'm not doing that to them. So now when you got a Charlie Kirk or like he put it or a lot of them, like I'm looking at a lot of these dudes, a lot of these white guys, and they're accusing us of being on welfare. Like, I'm not on welfare. I don't know what it's like to get food stamps. My wife don't know what it's like to get food stamps. We actually go in the store and we spending cash and looking at the shopping cart like, damn, this little bit costs that much? You see what I'm saying? So when I see these colonizers making videos and they just putting all of us, like, I live in a nice house. And every chance I get, I upgrade my house. I'm looking to upgrade my house even more. And to see people sit up there and say, well, we all from the yes, I'm from the projects. I love where I'm from. Bronx River is like my Mecca, but that don't mean I ever want to go back to those cages, because that's like a minimum or medium security prison. It's a concentration camp, and I understand that. Some people don't. Oh, you think you're better than us? No, I think I'm better than what the fuck they did to us.
Exactly.
We don't belong there. We belong with farmland. We belong with wells. We belong where we could actually sit up there and look at the crayfish and the fish going through the streams and the rivers. We do not belong in the caves. Because the reality of it is, the projects is the real caves. So when you boast and you brag about living in the project, you don't even understand. They tricked you out of God's green earth and gave you a concrete jungle where you ain't even got that much grass.
With a liquor store across the street.
Liquor store, Chinese restaurant. Chinese restaurants are not in white neighborhoods. They don't want them there. They don't want them there. We got the worst foods in our communities. The
Yeah.
worst.
Kennedy
This
Fried
is why.
Chicken. Kennedy
Let
Fried
me tell you
Chicken.
something. They say death comes in threes, right? You know how many fucking people I'm waiting? Like I got interviews that people want me to do right now, and I can't even do the interviews because I'm waiting on the dates of funerals. I got about 10 different funerals I'm waiting on the dates for. Everybody's dying of cancer. Nobody's talking about cancer. Everybody's dying of cancer.
My grandfather just died of cancer not too long ago. Lung cancer.
May
Third
may he
stage.
rest in peace. You know, I don't even like death done hit me so much to the point to where that is like it makes it hard. You almost numb to grieving. You almost numb to it. It's like doctors in the hospital. They done seen so many people die every day. It's like nothing.
Nah,
No, he's
man.
dead.
RP my OG, man.
Yeah, may he rest in peace.
Real Harlem nigga, man. Worked out, ran numbers for Bumpy Johnson, man.
But one thing I want you to understand, Rel, is that when you decide to become a voice of positivity, when you decide to be a light in darkness, you are going to create enemies for yourself. And you got to be prepared for that.
100%.
You have to be prepared for that. You know, sometimes you got to get out of Sodom and Gomorrah. You got to use all your energy and all your willpower to get out of Sodom and Gomorrah because where we live at, where we come from, it's evil. It's a dark cloud over our community. We're not supposed to be there. We have to we have to break the spells that's been cast on us as a people. And until we do that, you got people that's living in the hood, good people that's living in the hood that don't want to say they feel like prisoners. They can't go outside. They can't send their kids outside. They raising their children the right way. But the parent don't understand is get down and lay down. If they kid don't get down with the right gang, the wrong shit gonna happen to them. That's why you got 13-year-old kids dying. How a
Broad
16-year-old
daylight.
how
For
a
other young
16-year-old
kids.
yeah, a 16-year-old airing out a 13-year-old. Where's all the fathers at?
This shit's sickening, bro.
Where's all the fathers at? Matter of fact, where's all these niggas that call themselves kings and queens?
You know
What the
what's the
fuck
worst
at?
part? I got a
On
phone
social
call.
media?
I got a phone call because my people's from out there in Queens. I graduated high school in Queens. The young 13-year-old kid was sex, money, murder.
Right. And you know what? I believe that the young 13-year-old kid had a knuckle game. And the
And that's why they shot
16-year-old
him.
kid, and the 16-year-old kid, I could tell. And the 16-year-old kid said, okay, I can't beat this little 13-year-old, so I'm gonna headshot him.
Mm-hmm.
Coward. It's a coward. But yeah, we definitely got to do something on the bigger stage and own. Do you have a YouTube page already?
Yeah. I'll be up. I got my own YouTube page, and then we run my YouTube, the podcast. Me and my man Nino Brown up there on his platform. We go up there on live, and we do the podcast together. Cause I
Yeah,
don't
we're
really
gonna
go on
definitely have to
live with
start
my
doing some.
music.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing some work on YouTube because one thing about Instagram, like Instagram is like it's cool, but we got to go on the big stage, the big arena. I'm not gonna let Instagram give me 100 or 200 or 300 people in the building. I'm
Mm-hmm.
used to going live with thousands of people. That's my arena right here.
Yeah.
Instagram don't pay me. This is child's play right here.
Whenever, big
So
bro. If you do the stream y'all link, whatever it is, you send it through. I pull up on the YouTube.
yeah, you gotta hit me in my DM and drop your number so we can get in contact because there's many a topics. And like I said, man, you represent a younger generation, and we need more voices of the younger generation, you know, to speak because the reality of it is that time is not on our side.
Mm-hmm.
Time is not on our side. Evil doesn't take a day off, and we fighting a losing battle if we don't get it together. So
Yes, sir.
we definitely got to get it together.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna DM you my number soon. I'm gonna DM my number right now.
And shout out to everybody that attended in the audience. Y'all stay tuned because I'm getting ready to go live on YouTube. Peace out.
Yes, sir.